Hello, what's up guys? I tried recording in the car yesterday while driving and yeah, it wasn't too good. I think the connection wasn't very clear. I hope it's clearer today. Okay, so one of the common questions I get asked is why is some insurance so cheap? Why is some insurance so expensive? And if you hold credit cards or you have any bank facilities, you're probably going to be called a lot. So banks usually call and say, hey, I want to tell you about this plan, this insurance plan, this coverage. It's only this much a month, 30 bucks a month, 40 bucks a month, 80 bucks a month. So all these kind of calls, especially for me, because I have many credit cards. So imagine each bank will call for all this stuff, right? So it's very common, and if you're not too aware about how it works and the differences, you might not know the difference, right? So I've heard people that says that when I ask, are you insured? Yes, I'm insured. And how much do you pay a month? Say pay 30 ringgit a month, and they think that that's done and that's sorted. So I guess it can get pretty confusing because you don't know what's the difference. So I just thought I'd clear that out a little bit. So when it comes to insurance, you essentially don't kind of like just pay more for no good reason. If you pay for it, that means it comes with something. If you pay more, you get more. If you pay less, you get less. It's not like when you buy an iPhone, because if you buy an iPhone, for example, and you know that you can get it for like 4,000 ringgit, and then you find a place that sells it for 5,000 ringgit, obviously you bought it cheaper, 1,000 bucks for the same exact product, right? But it's not the way insurance works. Insurance is, if you pay 300 ringgit, you're going to have 300 ringgit worth of stuff. If you pay 500 ringgit, you're going to get 500 ringgit worth of stuff, because the way that it's structured, in fact, even when we do the quotations and we try to get it completed, it will not let us proceed if it's not a complete quotation. So how it works is, if you give this benefit, then the cost might be added a bit. If you remove that, it will go a little bit. If there's an excess, it will go to your savings. So there's no way for us to kind of like give you a higher price for something inferior. It's not like the phone example just now. So the phone calls that you get from banks most of the time it's not medical cards. Most of the time they sell you personal accident. So how personal accident works is, it will give you coverage for accident related things only. So I'll give you an example. Back when I was working in a bank previously, I got one of those calls for one of my credit cards, and they told me that, oh, there's this thing you covered, and they're so good at this, man. Their speech is just awesome. So they told me that I will get coverage, and for example, go hospital every day, you can still claim, blah blah blah. In fact, I didn't really understand it, but I just signed up because it was only 13 ringgit a month. 13 ringgit a month, so I thought it was cheap, right? Get insurance, and that's actually the first real policy that I ever got. Fast forward a few years later, I kind of forgot about that one. I know it deducts every month, but I keep forgetting to cancel whatever, do anything, so I just let it be. Fast forward a few years later, in fact earlier this year in January, when I got into my motorbike accident and I broke like my left foot, I was hospitalized. But of course at this point I kind of know insurance a bit more lah. So I looked into it, and I looked for the policy of the coverage of the 13 ringgit a month coverage, and that's when I truly understand what it covers me for. It covers me for two things. If I get hospitalized due to accident, I will get 400 ringgit a day. And the second benefit is, if I die, 10,000 ringgit will be paid out. So that's the only two benefits of the card, of the 13 ringgit coverage. If I get hospitalized, accidental only, nothing else. If I get into illness or whatever, no payout. But if I get hospitalized for accident, I get 400 ringgit a day, and if I die. So that's the only two benefits. And lots of coverage is like that when it comes to personal accident. It could be like, if you are dismembered, you get this amount. If you get hospitalized, you get this amount. It's different. So personal accident is one of the things that you need to have a complete coverage, a comprehensive coverage. Basically comes in three things lah. There's a few things, but there's the life insurance portion, which includes critical illness. There's the medical card portion. There's a personal accident portion. So that's the three things that you need to complete your comprehensive coverage, which I'll talk about more later. But most of the time, the ones that you get for the calls is only for personal accident, and no, it is not comprehensive. It is not good enough. Luckily for me, that random 13 ringgit coverage gave me a lot of money lah, because I was hospitalized for 5 days, every day 400 ringgit, so I got 2,000 ringgit lah. But that's kind of unlikely, right? So I still keep it because it doesn't cost me a lot. But to think that I were to have that and I was covered was a wrong thing for me to say. So if you ever get approached and people ask you, do you have insurance, are you covered and all that, and they say yes, and you know that it's like just like a less than 100 ringgit. In fact, if it's just like 30-40 ringgit, it's most likely not comprehensive. I would advise taking a look at it, maybe read through the policy. You might be surprised, and it could be one of the things that you automatically pay for every month. Just like me, I paid 13 ringgit for years, about 4 years or something, 4 or 5 years, and I keep forgetting to cancel it or whatever. I just leave it there. You might be paying for something for many years, and it might not really cover you for the things that you need the most. So you might as well, not to say it's not important, but you might as well reprioritize, get the things that you really need. It usually starts with either medical card or life insurance. So those are the two most important things that I would get before getting a personal accident. So you can reallocate your money that way. You just get a cheaper medical card, but make sure that you are covered for the things that you think you're covered for. If not, rugi lah. It's the same thing as well, because insurance is so wide, it's so broad, and it's easily misunderstood. If you have credit cards that tell you, oh, you have a travel insurance up until 1 million, you go there, travel insurance. But travel insurance itself, there's so many elements, and most of the travel insurance coverage that your credit card gives you does not cover for the things that you are probably most scared of. When you're overseas, when you're hospitalized, if it's just a travel insurance for that, it doesn't cover your hospitalization. Most of the time it doesn't. So it could be for other things like repatriation might to bring you back, or if your baggage is rosak, or like your flight is delayed, it could be just that. So most of the time, if you want a comprehensive travel insurance, you need to get a separate one. It's not the ones that you automatically click or the ones that you automatically get from the credit cards. It's different. That one also is probably a whole new topic altogether. I'll talk about travel insurance another day. But I wanted to just say it out in case you have that perception, thinking that you pay just a little bit and it's covered. So it's not like macam, kenapa bayar banyak-banyak, rugi lah, tak nak bayar banyak-banyak. There's no such thing as rugi with insurance. You pay more, you get more. You pay less, you get less. Simple as that. But make sure you pay for the stuff that you need. Some people are overinsured. Yes, that is a thing. So you might just want to see at where you stand, what is your priorities, what are you most concerned about, then address that situation individually so that you don't pay more or less than what you should. That's about it for me. I gotta rush off. I've got something at 3 o'clock. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. See ya.